Greetings, my name is Michael Stavrakakis and I'm the singer of Doomocracy from Greece. Welcome to a brand new episode of Addicted to Lists. Today's episode is about one of the most exciting genres in heavy metal. We're talking about epic metal, a genre that moves between power metal and classic heavy metal. The lyrics are mostly about epic tales, gods, monsters and men, mythology and heroic stories from the battlefield. The music is heavy, usually mid-tempo. The singing includes a lot of screaming, but a lot of powerful interpretations as well. Epic metal features some of my favorite singers in heavy metal, like Tony Martin, David DeFace, and the legendary Eric Adams. I'm happy to have with me on today's show some incredible singers like Asgard Lord from Solitary Sabred, Mars Triumph from Triumpher, and Chris Kappas from Achelous. What an epic company of great singers, right? So if you think that's a good idea, let's begin. Here are my top 10 favorite epic metal albums of all time. Let battle commence. God is the brainchild of the late William Chamis, guitarist of Warlord, and his wife Vidon Riemenschneider on vocals. Their debut album, Woe to the Inhabitants of the Earth, is a masterpiece. I remember I bought it as soon as it was released on Picture LP, and I loved it instantly. The album features some of the most thrilling guitar melodies that William Chamis has ever composed. The voice of Vidon Riemenschneider is chilling to the bone. I mean, I love her performance and I think it's one of my favorites in heavy metal. I know some people find her tone and voice a bit strange, but I love it. Of course, the album features some irritating drum machine that takes some time to get used to, but that never stopped me from enjoying the album. Black Sabbath, as we all know, has had many phases throughout the years, from the early days of doom metal, but also rock-influenced music, to the era of Ronnie James Dio and those two remarkable albums, to the two beautiful albums with Ian Gillan and Glenn Hughes, and then of course to the Tony Martin era that gave us some incredible albums. The album I have chosen from that Black Sabbath period is Tear. Tear is a thrilling album featuring an all-star lineup. Besides the riffmaster himself, Mr. Tony Iommi, we have of course Tony Martin on vocals, one of rock's finest drummers, Cozy Powell, Jeff Nichols on keyboards and Neil Murray on bass. Tear is an inspiring album filled with epic moments both musically and lyrically. Anno Mundi could easily be the most iconic epic song ever. It is also one of my favorite songs in heavy metal. Jerusalem has a beautiful chorus and is also one of my favorites on the album. Then we have The Battle of Tyr, Odin's Court and Valhalla, a trilogy of pure epicness. And of course the cover art is also beautiful. Watch out for the new 2024 remaster of Tyr by Tony Iommi himself that brought new life to this masterpiece. Our Manowar, the true kings of heavy metal, I could easily crown them kings of epic metal. Kings of Metal was the first Manowar album that I ever listened to. And although I love Hail to England and Into Glory Ride, I have to pick Kings of Metal as my favorite. We have Hail and Kill, one of the most iconic anthems in epic metal, and Blood of the Kings, the song that describes epic metal in the best possible way. It has endless screams, battle drums, imposing guitars and bass, and true epic lyrics. Kingdom Come is outstanding and Heart of Steel is one of the most amazing power ballads ever. And then there's Crown and the Ring, a song that sounds like it was composed for a Conan movie. The mind-blowing performance of Eric Adams established him as one of the best singers in heavy metal, still singing like a god at the age of 72. Let's move on now to the list of my distinguished guests. First, Asgard Lord, singer of Solitary Sabred from Cyprus. Asgard Lord was also my guest on Addicted to List episode 5 about my favorite US metal albums. We discussed about Solitary Sabred in that episode, but let me just say again that they have released 4 amazing albums in the style of epic US metal, which you should definitely listen, and if they're playing in a venue near you, please go check them out because they are incredible live. So here are Asgard Lord's favorite epic metal albums.
Cauldron Born. Born of the Cauldron, the album that made me want to play music. The fact that Howie would be a guest on one of our releases a couple of decades later was beyond our wildest dreams. Howie, you're the man.
My next guest is Mars Triumph, singer of Triumpher from Athens, Greece. Triumpher was formed in 2019. They released the debut album Storming the Walls in 2023, an album which was featured in many best-of lists of last year, including my own, and a band that gave new hope to the genre of epic metal. The band is restless and has already recorded their sophomore album to be released in 2024. The album is called Spirit Invictus, and from what I read from editors that have already listened to it, it definitely will be an album to check out in 2024. So here is the list of favorite epic metal albums by Mars Triumph. Fortis Bernardo Drums is a drum instrument that gives you access to 2 professional drum kits, a top-of-the-line studio sound with an unparalleled realism. I've been using it a lot lately and I must say that it is very realistic, easy to use and it sounds amazing. It gives you full mixing control and high-quality effects, full routine options and a huge selection of MIDI grooves covering at the highest quality a variety of popular music genres. It gives you everything you need to create the perfect drum tracks for all kinds of extreme and not only production. So if you want an all-star drummer like Fortis Bernardo playing some awesome sounding grooves for your next project, you can use my affiliate link in the description of this video and acquire Fortis Bernardo drums by Stigmatized Productions at a discounted price. Moving on now to my next guest, Chris Kappas, singer of Achelous. Formed in 2011, they have released 3 wonderful albums, with the latest, Tower of High Sorcery, being released just this year. A wonderful mixture of epic and power metal music, with beautiful lyrics based on mythology and ancient Greece. Do check out the 3 albums, you will not be disappointed. So here is Chris Kappas' favorite epic metal albums list. That's a great list featuring some amazing albums that I also love myself. So that was it. Favorite epic metal albums. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a quote with your own favorite epic metal albums list. Also, let me know what other lists you'd like me to feature on this channel. Thanks so much for your support. Until next time, stay safe and rock on.